All right. Headed to Goshen, Indiana, picking up from Salem Trailers. I've never been there before, so it's going to be a new process for me. Hopefully it goes quick, smooth. We'll kind of see how it is. Every yard that I've picked up from is, a little bit different. And I'll say the one that I normally pick up from, which is where the trailers get transferred to, and it's like a staging yard for the company I lease on with. That one's the quickest, easiest. I don't know if it's mostly just because you don't have to actually deal with any in-person security guards or lot yard people. You just find your trailer, hook up, sign it out, and go. So I prefer to do that, but this one needs to get moved. So we'll hook up to that. I don't know for sure. It could just be traffic, but my time to Goshen from my house, the Deadhead, was a little bit longer. But like I said, it could be traffic this morning. It was like 2.5 hours, and I'm usually more like 2 hours, 15 minutes to Elkhart. So I didn't look at the map to see if Goshen's a little further south, but that kind of stinks because it's going to add a little bit of time to my driving. I'm just trying to make it back. My wife flies in from her vacation, and I got to be at the Chicago airport at like 6:10. So I'm going to hook up. This one's going to Sterling, Illinois. So I'm going to get it all hooked up, see what time it is. If I can make it and say get back to my house by like 5:30, then I'm gonna go ahead and drop it right away. If it's not gonna work out that way, then I'm just gonna take it home, and I'll probably, if my logs allow it, just take it up tonight. Worst case scenario be like tomorrow night. My only main issue is I had another trailer going up to Wisconsin that I got to pick up Friday, but I got to get it delivered Friday. So because Friday is the last day for the big dealership that we work with, it's the last day that we can deliver trailers because they shut down for the last 2 weeks of December. So I got to get a little bit creative. My logs will be fine because I hit my 34-hour reset because I haven't delivered since Monday, and it's now Wednesday. So as far as hours go, I'll be okay. I'm just trying to figure out, if I can get this trailer delivered today, then I'm in good shape, because then what I'll likely do is tomorrow night I'll head to Elkhart, hook up a trailer, bring it home, and then Friday morning I can head out, and it's only I think around a 2.5 hour drive from my house to the dealership in Wisconsin I'm going to. It's a new one I've never been to in Lake Mills, but so it's going to depend on what happens today. And I could definitely make the Lake Mills. I looked at it, so technically I could have picked that one up today and get it delivered and get home, I think, pretty easily, especially because it's a lot that I like to go to. But I don't know what my babysitter situation is going to be like for Thursday, Friday. So I'm kind of expecting a nighttime pickup for tomorrow, and I think I would just prefer to do the nighttime routine at the lot that I'm used to. And then I have the choice to either just keep going, do a nighttime drop, or I can do a Friday morning drop or Friday during the day. So I'll get it figured out, but I just got to get a little bit creative just for my babysitter reasons, personal reasons. But it's going to work out. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to have a load for the weekend because of the dealerships closing down. We have some other dealerships that we work with, so if they need something, I can do another one this weekend. But I'll reach out to my dispatcher, see what he's done, if anything. If not, I'll just take the weekend to either work in my business because I'm super backed up and busy there, or I'll just take it to rest for the weekend and then see what next week brings. But I also want to do a quick review on mud flap. So I installed the new one that I bought. It's the one that mounts up underneath the bumper. It has like the quick disconnect versus the one that I had before, and I'll attach some pictures of both of them. But the one I had before is the one that goes around your hitch, and it sits like level with the bumper. It was a good, I bought that one before I started doing RV transport, and I would put it on with my weight distribution hitch when I was towing my personal travel trailer, and it was fine. It's really heavy though. I would, like, with my weight distribution hitch attached to it, I would guess somewhere in that like 150 pound range that you're like picking up and getting put into the hitch receiver. And it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't ideal. Like, you would, and not to mention, it's a greasy thing. I always spray the ball to lubricate it and stuff, so it's like, you know, you're trying not to touch your clothes with it while trying to pick up this 150 pound thing and get it put into the truck. And then, like, when I would take it off and store it in the garage or whatever, you're trying to carry it without touching your clothes. It was very awkward and cumbersome, and kind of took up a lot of space. So I ordered the one that mounts up underneath the back bumper, and I really like it. I haven't disconnected it yet because I just installed it, was it Saturday night? It took me about a half hour to build it and install it, and some of that was just figuring out what the heck I'm doing, and it was in the dark because it was like 10 o'clock at night. But I really wanted to get it on the truck so I didn't have to put the other one back on, and I'm just gonna sell the other one. But this one is really light, so if you want to take it on and off, like, it's not gonna be cumbersome. It doesn't attach to the fifth wheel, or it doesn't attach to the weight distribution hitch, so it makes that lighter to take on and off too. So if you want to remove that, it's a lot easier, lighter, smaller, and I think it just looks a lot cleaner and nicer than the other one. The main reason I did what I was doing, or switched it, was because and it was mostly an issue on my last truck, and I'll be honest, once it happened the first time, I was kind of like, well, it already happened, it's already there. And you know, that was a 10-year-old truck and stuff, so it didn't bother me all that much. But what was happening was, it would rub up against the bumper, and where the screws hold it together, and it would rub like a little spot in the bumper. And my last truck had the chrome bumpers, and it rubbed the chrome away, and it looked like rusty, basically. Just two little spots, one on each side. So what I did when I got this truck was I flipped the screws, and then I just did a bunch of black electrical tape to match, so it didn't look too bad from, like, when you're driving by, you didn't see a bunch of duct tape or anything. Or no, it was black duct tape. But I didn't use like the silver because I didn't want people to see that I had duct tape all over my mud flaps. But basically, I just coated the whole back metal part where it's up against the bumper in black tape, so that it wouldn't scratch my bumper. This truck has painted bumpers, and I really didn't want to have that issue. But it worked. Like, I didn't get any scratches or anything, but I was just paranoid the whole time because it could, like, especially, you know, hitting a big bump, like it could shift a little bit and smack your back bumper with the other one. I think with the black duct tape on there, even if it was hitting the bumper, it wouldn't scratch it. But just combined with the weight of the other one, and then the potential issue for scratching, I just didn't want to take the chance. So the one I ordered off Amazon. It was like 340 bucks. I can't remember the name, but I'll try to attach like a link in the description to it. There may be other ones. I'll say the fit and finish of this one isn't like perfect. I think I paid $340 for it, so I would have expected the fit and finish to be a little bit better. But where you bolt on the actual mud flap to the bar that goes across the back, like the one side just didn't want to screw in all the way. The other side went in perfectly fine. So I don't know, I might mess around with it a little bit and just see if there's something stopping the screw from going in. but it's holding. It's not. I'm not concerned about it falling apart or anything like that. And you can't actually see it. It's all black. So a few threads that didn't go all the way in isn't the end of the world for that. Like I said, I haven't taken the quick disconnect, but you basically just pull like two body pin style things, and then you're able to just take off the whole mud flap system, and then the brackets that are back up underneath the bumper just stay in place. And now that I know how to do it, like even if I was installing another one, I could probably do the whole thing in like 5 minutes now that I know what I'm doing. But this one, I kind of read through the instructions, looking at my truck, figuring out where it mounts, all that. So it took me about a half hour in the dark with a flashlight. So yeah, but overall very happy with it. A lot nicer than the other one I had. A lot lighter, so I'm looking forward to that when I want to take it off the truck, take the weight distribution hitch off, and not use my truck for RV transporting. It'll be nice to be able to just do it quickly and a lot lighter, and not have to worry so much about like hitting my clothes with a greasy receiver. So if you have any questions about that, definitely let me know. I can answer anything I know about these, and I'll do an updated video to see what I decide to do for the week, if I'm going to make it to my destination today, or if I'm going to have to take it home and do some kind of night thing. But definitely subscribe if you can to the channel. I'd appreciate that if you can give a like on the video, and comment on anything you would like to. And I've been really diligent about making sure that I comment back to people that are commenting. So I definitely appreciate the questions. Thanks. All right, I'm finally hooked up and going. It was kind of a process. I didn't really like it. And I'll explain why. So I had to go to the Forest River, one of their like main offices, and get the paperwork for the trailer. But it's not where they store the trailer. So then I had to go to a new address, and that was a 25-minute drive to get to the lot where the trailer is stored. So I went there, and then it kind of worked out because I think it was a little closer to the highway where I got to get on. But when I got there, you check in with the guard, and the driver, the guy with the tractor that goes and gets the trailers, was on lunch break. So I was kind of waiting there for him, just unfortunately losing some time. It wasn't terrible, but I would say the whole process probably added about an hour, because it was a further drive than the normal lot, and then going to the first place, getting the paperwork, signing off there, and then driving to the storage lot, waiting for the unit to get there, doing everything I gotta do, and then signing off there, and then leaving. I would say I lost about an hour. The downside is it doesn't pay anymore, so it pays the same amount of money if I pick up from the lot that I usually go to, where I don't have to deal with anybody, or if I have to do this whole runaround. So ideally, I don't mind doing it because it's helping out, but it's not something I would want to do every time, because it's essentially you're making less money, you're driving more, so you're using more fuel, and it's taking longer. So yeah, this is a pretty big unit. Dry weight is a little over 8,500 pounds. I think it's about 36 feet long. Of course, it's windy again today. Not as bad as it was last week or earlier this week, but it's still, I think gusts are like right around 25, and got a big trailer on, so I could definitely feel it. I am gonna make it to the dealership today. Looks like I'll be arriving there about a little after 3 o'clock. And I'm hoping they'll get me unhooked real quick. It's cold out today. The last couple of deliveries I did, and when it was cold and windy, they spent like 3 seconds, signed off, and on my way because they want to get back inside. So hoping that it'll go that way, and I'll be in and out quick, because I'm trying to get home by like 5, and it's about a 2-hour deadhead back home. But with the wind and stuff, and I am cruising a little faster than I normally do, I'm probably going to burn more fuel, so I might have to stop after I drop, just to top off the tank. We'll see. And then the way it's going to work out is I'll probably go tomorrow evening to pick up a trailer, and then I'll deliver that trailer on Friday in Wisconsin during the day. And then, as far as I know, the big family dealerships is going to be closed for the holiday, and I might be off. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. I told my dispatcher that if he needs me to run one this weekend, if he has something, I can do it, but it doesn't really matter to me. If he needs it done, I'll do it. If not, I'll just stay home or work with my business and make some money there, get ahead a little bit, hopefully. But yeah, headed there. Got about 3 hours, get this big trailer dropped off, and head back and see. Yeah, so ideally I like to pick up at the lot in Elkhart. Definitely, I'm learning that from the last couple pickups, but it's not the end of the world. We'll get this thing delivered and on to the next one. Alright, unhooked. Had everything unhooked. There's no damage. Trailer, I don't see the light down if I get it, but it's 11265 GVR. Somewhere it said the dry weight was like 8,500 pound dry weight. Can't remember. I saw down here 84, 83, and 35 foot basically. Really nice trailer. Has the outdoor speaker system. Really cold out here right now. I think the feel like temp is about like 5 degrees, 35 mile an hour winds. Was definitely fun pulling this here, but we're good to go. Here's that mud flap I was talking about.